Okay, so good day everyone. So we have a problem here. Given problem. A bucket that weighs 4 pounds and a rope negligible weight are used to draw water from a well that is 80 feet deep. The bucket is filled with 40 pounds of water and is pulled up at a rate of 2 feet per second. But the water leaks out of a hole in the bucket of a rate of 0.2 pound per second. Now the question is, find the work done in pulling the bucket to the top of the well. Okay, so first is step one here is let us find the work done in the bucket alone. So we will use this solution. Work done on the bucket alone. W work is equals to force multiplied by distance. So our force here is the weight of the bucket, which is 4 pounds. Our distance here is the 80 feet. 80 feet deep. Then, by multiplying this, we will get the answer of 320 foot-pounds. So this is the step 1. By finding the work done on the bucket alone. Now, for step 2 is let us find the time taken to lift the bucket. Now, for finding the time taken to lift the bucket, let us use the solution. Time is equals to the depth over the speed. Where the deep here is 80 80 feet deep, and the speed is 2 feet per second. So if we divide 80 by 2, it is 40 seconds. So it's 40 seconds. Okay, so our time is 40 seconds. Now for step 3 is we will find the water loss due to leakage. So by finding the total loss of water due to the leakage is we will use this solution. Total loss equals to the rate, which is the 0.2 pound per second. Then let us multiply by 40 seconds. Now by multiplying 40 seconds by zero point 0.2 pounds per second, we'll get the answer of 8 pound. Now let us uh, subtract the original pound of the water by 8. So we will get the answer of 32 pound. Now for our step 4 is we will find the average water weight during the leak. So since the leak is linear, the water changes from 40 pounds at bottom to 32 pounds at the top. So by finding the average water, we'll use the solution. Work average is equals to the 40, the original pound, plus the 32 pound all over 2. So this is equals to 72. 72 divided by 2 is 36. So we have a 36 pounds of the average water. Now for finding the work done on the water, this is our step 5 by finding the work done on the water. Step 5 is work done on the water. So let's put indicators here. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 2, 3, step 4. Now for our step 5, the work done on the water. So, which is 36. This will be the solution. 36 multiplied by the 80 feet. By the 80 feet depth. So, this will be equals to 2,880 foot-pounds. So, this will be the results if we find the work done on the water. Now, for the final solution, let us find the total work done. So, step 6. Let's proceed to step 6. Total work. Now, for finding the total work is, we will add the result from the step 1, the 320 foot-pounds, which is the work on the bucket alone. Bucket plus the work done on the water. So, this is equals to 320 plus 2,880 foot-pound. Now, the total answer is 3,200 foot-pound. So, this will be the answer, or this is the work done in pulling the bucket to the top of the well. Okay, so we have here another problem. Let V be the volume of the solid obtained by rotating about the y-axis. The region bounded by y is equals to square root of x and y is equals to x squared. Find the V both by slicing and by cylindrical shells. In both cases, show your complete solution. Okay, so step 1 here is let us find the intersection points. Step 1 is let us find the intersection points. So first things first is let us set square root of x is equals to x squared. Now, after setting, is let us square both sides. By squaring both sides, we will get the answer of the squaring both sides. So, square root of x or x to the power of 1/2 is the same. Now, if we square both sides, square. So, x to the power of 1/2 will become x to the power of 1, or x is equals to x to the power of 4. Then, after getting this is let us rearrange. So, let us use the adding and subtracting sides. So, x to the power of 4 minus x. Then, let us factor. Now, factor x to the power of 3 is x. So, I mean 1. This is 1. Now, we can get the boundary. So, the region bounded will be between x equals to 0 and x is equals to 1. Now, for after getting the intersection points or the boundary is we will use the first method, which is the slicing or the washer method. So this is the first method we will use. So we integrate with respect to y because we are rotating about y-axis. So this is the formula. Volume is equals to pi integral of r squared minus r squared dy from a to b, where our bigger r is equals to square root of y, which is our outer radius from y is equals to square root of x to x is equals to y squared. While our smaller r is y squared, our inner radius from y is equals to x squared to x is equals to square root of y. Okay, so let's use the formula. Boundary here is from 0 to 1, as we find in the y is equals to y to the power 4 dy. Now let us integrate. So pi, the integral of y is y squared over 2, then the integral of y to the power 4 is y to the power 5 over 5. Boundary 0 to 1. Now by putting the values, is we will get the answer of 1/2, since 1 over 2, 1 squared is 1, then 1 to the power 5 is 1 over 5. The other one is 0, so it's we can consider not writing it because it will result to 0. So this will be equals to pi quantity of 5 minus 2 all over 10, or pi 3 to the power of 10, or 3 pi over 10. So this is the volume if we will use the slicing or the washer method. Now for the other method, which is our cylindrical method, cylindrical shells, is we also integrate with respect to x. In this method is we will integrate with respect to x using the shell method. The formula here is v is equals to a to b 2 pi multiplied by radius multiplied by height dx. Where ito ang radius, where our radius is our x, distance from y-axis, and our height is our upper curve minus lower curve, which is the square root of x minus x squared. Okay, so let us use the formula. Boundary from 0 to 1, 2 pi radius upper curve minus lower curve dx. Now let us break into parts. Let us break it into parts. X multiplied by x square root of x is equals to x to the power of 3 halves. X multiplied by x squared is x to the power of 3. So volume equals 2 pi from 0 to 1 x 3 over 2 minus x cubed dx. So let us now integrate 2 pi x part. So the solution is n plus 1 x to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1. So 5 over 2 minus n plus x 3 plus 1 4 from 0 to 1 again, or equals to 2 pi. Now let us put the values from 1, but first is let us reciprocate this. So we will get the 2x 2 over 5. Okay, so this is r equal. Then let us put the values. So 1 times 2 is 2 over 5 minus 1. Let us put the 1 here, the x to the power 4 Now let us not let it is okay not to write the zero because it is zero. It is this will the result will become zero also. So it's okay not to write zero. So we will solve this. 2 pi is 8 minus 5 all over 20, or 2 pi 3 over 20 is equals to 6 pi over 20. But we can simplify 6 pi over 20 to 3 pi over 10. So volume is equals to 3 pi over 10 confirmed by both methods, slicing and the cylindrical shells. Okay, so we have another problem here. The integral of tan cube x secant x dx. So this is the step-by-step solution. So step 1 is let us use an identity. So we all know that tan squared x, this is the identity, tan squared x is equals to secant squared x minus 1. So this simplifies the integrand using trigonometric identities. Squared x minus 1 tan x. So we can rewrite this original problem into this by using an identity. Now let's proceed to step 2. So step 1 is use an identity. Step 2 is let us use the substitution. The let u is equals to secant x, then du secant x tan x dx. So this is an integration by parts. So this helps us simplify the integral because we can now express everything in terms of u and du. So after the substitution, the step 2, let us now proceed to step 3 by substituting. So let us substitute the original problem by u squared the secant minus 1 du. Du is this tan x secant x dx. So after that is we will simplify and integrate. Simplify is u cube du. So now after simplifying and integrate, after simplifying, let us integrate. Let us integrate by individually since this is subtraction. So integral of u cube minus u cube du minus integral of u du. So after separating these two, let us now integrate that. No, we can't use this because they don't have boundaries. So let us integrate the u cube. U cube is u to the power of 4 over 4 minus the integral of u is u squared over 2 plus c. Now our step 5 here is let us substitute back u into secant x. So secant x, step 5 or step 5. Step 5. Okay, I forgot to write the indicators. So step 1. Step 1. Then step 2. After this is the substituting. Step 3 and step 4. Now let's proceed to step 5 to step 4, Then step 5, which is our final steps. B. Substitute back du into second x. So, u second x, second power of 4 x 1/4, since it has a 1 in here. 1/4 second to the power of 4 x minus 1/2 second squared x. Since this is an definite integral, uh yes, definite integral. So I mean indefinite, since they don't have boundary. So this is indefinite, so let us put plus c because this is indefinite. Okay, so remember, when using the indefinite integral, don't forget to put c at last if they don't have boundary. Then this is the final answer. The integral of tan cube x second x dx is equals to 1/4 second fourth x minus 1/2 second squared x plus c. So this is the final answer. Okay, so we have another problem again here. The integral of x arctan x dx. So first thing to do is let us by the way, this is integration by parts, so we will follow the formula of the udv equals to uv minus integral of v du. Then step 1 here is let us choose our u and du. So let u be arctan x. So if we derive this, our du here is 1/1 plus x squared dx. Now for our dv here is the x dx. Now if we integrate this, so our v here is only x squared over 2, since the integral of x is x squared over 2. So now our step 2 is to apply the formula. So step 2 is to apply the formula. The problem here is the x arctan dx equals to u v minus integral of u v du. So this is equals to our u is arctan and our v is x squared over 2. So let us arrange directly. Arctan x minus integral of our v multiplied by du, which is 1 x squared dx. Now for our step 3 is let us simplify the integral. So simplifying the integral here, integral here is x squared over 2 1 plus x squared dx. So this is equals to 1/2 integral of x squared over 1 plus x squared. Okay, so this is so we have dx here. So this is the simplify. So let us note that x squared over 1 plus x squared is equals to 1 minus 1/1 plus x squared. So they are equal. So the integral becomes 1/2 integral of 1 minus x squared dx. Then this is equals to 1/2 integral of 1 dx split minus integral of 1 over plus x squared dx. So this will become 1 half integral of 1 is x minus the integral of this is arc tan x, since the derivative of arc tan x is this. So if we integrate this, so this will become arc tan x dx. No, tan x only. Then step 4 is for our final substitution. So let us substitute. Final substitution here is integral of x arc tan x dx x squared over 2. So 1 half here, the answer arc tan x. So let us simplify this. So if we simplify this answer, x squared arc tan x is equals to x squared plus 1 half x x over 2 plus 1 half arc tan x. So this will become x over 2 plus 1 half arc tan x minus x, then plus c, since this is an indefinite form. So don't forget to write it. Then the final answer will be x plus 1 x minus x over 2 plus c. So this is the indefinite integral of x tan x arc tan x dx. Okay, so we have another problem here. It states find the centroid of the region bounded by the given curves. So we have a given problem here. Y is equals to x squared and x is equals to y squared. So this is a step-by-step solution. So step 1 is we will determine the region or finding their intersection. So x is equals to y squared. So we can rewrite x as y squared. So y is equals to y squared square root of the squared of y squared. So y is equals to y to the power of 4. We solve this, then we will rearrange by adding and subtracting both sides equals to 0. Then let us factor this. So let's factor y minus 1 is equals to 0. So we can now determine their bounded region, which is from y is equals to 0 to y is equals to 1. So now the area of the region, the formula here is a is equals to integral of y of 1 half is y squared dy from 0 to 1. Then let us split and integrate this problem. So first is integral of y 1 half dy minus integral of y squared dy from 0 to 1. Then integrate. So 2/3 y 3 over 2 from 0 to 1 minus 1/3 y cubed from 0 to 1, or this is equals to 2/3 minus 1/3 is equals to 1/3. So this is the area of the region. Okay, now let us find the centroid of the x coordinate. The centroid coordinate. So the solution here is equals to 1 over a integral from 0 to 1 x average multiplied by y multiplied by with dy. So let us put its value. So 1 over 1/3. Our a here is 1/3 our area of the region. So that's why 1/3. The denominator is 1/3. So from 0 to 1, y squared plus y 1/2 all over 2. This is dy, then id x average, then dy. So let us solve this. Y to the power of 4 all over 2 minus we will 5 2 plus same y over 2 dy. Okay, so this is the centroid x coordinate solution. Now let us continue solving it. So this is the problem. So this is the problem. So we will integrate each of these. So the integral of y power of 4 over 2 is y to the power of 5 over 2. Then we have 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Then minus here. Integral here is 7 over 2 y 7 over 2 over 7. Then the same here because we have the same number. Then the y over 2 is y squared. 2 times 2 is 4. Then from 0 to 1. Now let us put their values. So if we put their values, we will have the results of 1 over 10, since they are the same but have different signs, so we will cancel this. So we only have y to the power of 5 over 10 minus y squared over 4. So if we put the values, we'll put only the 1 because the boundary 0 is we can consider not writing it since the result will be 0. So 1 over 10 plus 1/4. This is the answer. Then our centroid is 3 over 5. Tama ba? So that's the answer. Then let us now proceed to the centroid of y coordinate. The solution here is 1 over 2a. 1 over 2a. Then y squared minus y to the power of 1/2 dy. Then 1/3 here, so 1/2 a. If we put 1/3 here, we will have 2 1/3. But if we will reciprocate this, we'll have 1/2 multiplied by 3 over 1. So we will get the answer of 3 over 2. So that's why 3 over 2 here. Then from 0 to 1. Then we will solve this by multiplying y times y squared is y cubed, and y 1/2 plus y plus 1 is 3/2. So dy and 3/2. Let us now integrate. So y cubed, y to the power of 4 over 4 minus y to the power of 3/2 plus 1 is y to the power of 5 over 2. 5 over 2 from from 0 to 1. But if we reciprocate this, we'll base over 5 over 2. We will reciprocate this, so we will have the 5 y5 over 2 divided by 2 over 5. 2 over 5 since this is reciprocal. So we'll get the answer of 2y5. But we will now put the values directly. So 3 halves, 1 to the power of 4 is 1, then 1/4 minus 2 times 1 is 2 over 5. So if we solve this, we will get the answer of 3 to the power of 5. So our centroid of y coordinate is 3/5.